So I read this article about 10 terms every home buyer should know. So I'm going to run them off for you. What is an adjustable rate mortgage, ARM? Well, that's a mortgage that starts out at a set price, set rate for a period of time, and then it adjusts, typically up, but it can adjust down actually. And it gives you, so for some people it gives them the opportunity to get in, and then hopefully they're going to plan on making more money so they can pay more later on down the road. And then amortization. Amortization is really important. Amortization talks about how much principal you pay off. With each monthly payment, you can find out how much of that monthly payment is going toward principal, so that you're building equity in your home. It also tells you how much your total tax payment, total interest payment, sorry about that, is going to be on the home as you go along too, which is a really scary number. Then you have something else to do with interest called APR. APR is what they're now making all the lenders do. You have to tell what your APR is. So what people did in the past, they say, oh, I'll give you a low interest rate, but they charge you like 10 grand up front to do it. Or they say, you know what, I get no fees, but then their interest rate was higher. So now there's an APR, and it's a level playing field for all the lenders so that you can compare one to the other and compare apples to apples. The next is appraisal. People I'm shocked how many people actually don't understand what an appraisal is, but it's an independent third party hired to determine the value of your home based on comps and similar condition type homes. The appraisal is there to protect you and the lender. That's the simplest. Closing. What does it mean to close escrow? It means you just bought a house, right? So it's the last step. You're going to sign your mortgage documents, you're going to sign your loan docs, and you're going to record, and you're going to own this home. So that's what closing means. And then we have credit scores. Most people have an idea of what credit scores are, but they range from 350 to 800. And basically, the short answer is your credit score, your FICO score, pretty much is a good indication of whether you're going to be one of those people that makes their payments for the life of the loan or somebody who's going to have trouble. And the higher your score, the better rate you're going to get and things like that. And then we have fixed rate mortgages. So we talked about adjustable, fixed. Fixed is what most people prefer because it doesn't change. No matter what happens with the economy and everything else, you're going to pay that monthly payment. You know what it's going to be, and it's always going to be the same. And the beauty of it is, after a few years, you look back and that payment seems so easy. But when you first started, 9 times out of 10, for most of us, it's really a scary number. But that's a pretty cool thing. And then one thing you hear about in lending a lot is points, discount points, things like that. And people don't really understand what that is. But ultimately, typically it's a way to buy down an interest rate. So let's just say that I'm going to pay 3% interest rate. I have an opportunity, I could maybe pay a point, which is 1%, be like $1,000 off of a $100,000 home, right? So I could pay a point and have my interest rate reduced because I'm more concerned about maybe my monthly payment than I am cash out of pocket. So I hope you found those interesting, 10 terms.